Looks like we're getting close, boys. Let's spread out. Remember, don't use your rifle unless you're forced to. They want him to stand trial.
Hold it right there, Slatter. Drop it. Turn around real slow. He's dead, Daniel.
Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man. He was brave, he was fearless, and as tough as a mighty oak tree. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippinest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. What a Boone was to do and what a dream come true was he.
Well, I reckon that's the best we can do for him.
Yeah, I guess so.
You're not blaming yourself, are you, Ben?
No, I come up on him so fast. It was a fool thing to pull his pistol on me.
Well, I reckon he's got a cabin or a lean-to around here someplace. We ought to try to find it and return whatever he's stolen.
Hope there's not too much there. It's a long way back.
Well, if it's more than the three of us can carry, we can always make another trip.
Yeah.
Figure that's his. Only one way to find out. How bad is it, Cully?
Oh, it's just a flesh wound, Dad.
Do you think you can help with the loading?
Yeah, leave it to me. I'll manage.
Ben, you just keep him busy.
Right.
Right, put the gun down. Outside.
Hey, look at this.
Him doing all that shooting?
Who are you? You know, it strikes me that you're in a pack of trouble no matter what you say. So you might as well make it easy on yourself and start talking.
Which one of you shot my pa? I seen you. I heard the shots from the cabin, so I come out to see what was happening. And I was there watching all the time when you buried my pa. And then I heard you planning to come rob our cabin.
Rob? We weren't gonna rob you, boy. It was your pa that...
Cully? What's your name, son? Come on, what's your name?
Luke.
Luke. Luke, I'm Donald Boone. This here's Cully, and that's Ben. You may not believe it right now, but we're your friends.
I still want to know which one of you shot my pa.
I did.
Why?
If I hadn't of, he'd have killed me.
I don't believe that.
Luke, it looks to me like you've been picked by the Lord to be a man before your time. A young boy like you can't be expected to handle the kind of truths you gotta face.
My pa never hurt nobody.
It's a terrible thing to have to learn about your pa. But we were after him because he robbed and killed a man.
That ain't true. My pa'd never do that. And you killed them because you're murderers. You hear me? You're murderers.
How's that arm, Cully?
Oh, it's okay, Dan.
Well, Becky, take a better look at it when we get back.
Off we go, young fella.
Get your hands off me.
Well, somebody's got to help you.
Just as long as it ain't you.
All right, Luke.
Go over here.
He'll get over it, Ben.
Yeah.
Israel, you're gonna scare me right into old age if you don't stop slamming that door every time you come in and out.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Well, being sorry isn't enough. Now, you're gonna have to learn to come in and out of the house without shaking the beams loose. You go in and out of that door 3 times and do it the right way.
Oh, Mom.
Now.
Yes, ma'am. One. 2. 3.
And one more time for good measure.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, Mom! Pa's home! Pa! Did you catch him? Did you catch him?
We'll talk about that later, son.
Hi, Dan.
Rebecca.
Oh, it's good to have you home. Dan, Kelly.
Hi, Rebecca.
And who's this?
Well, his name's Luke.
Hello, Luke.
Better look after Cully's arm.
Why, what happened?
Oh, it seems I've been shot, I guess.
Are you badly wounded?
No, it's just a scratch.
Well, we better have a look at it. Come on inside.
Ben, get that.
Ben, why don't you take yours on over and I'll bring mine later.
Don't need to do that. Put it on there.
Well, you can't carry all of this.
Try, my friend Boone. Put it on.
All right. Got it?
Yeah.
Come on, boys. We better go inside. How's the arm, Cully?
Well, it's more than a scratch, but it should heal quickly.
Don't suppose it'd hurt if you stayed for supper.
Oh, thanks, Dan, but I got so much work at my place. If I don't get started at it soon, it's going to be living there instead of me.
Now, Cully, you best take care of that arm and not use it too much at first.
Oh, I think it'll be all right.
My name's Israel.
Thanks, Rebecca. Dan, I'll see you in the morning.
All right, Cully.
Luke? See you.
See you, Kelly.
Israel, why don't you take Luke out there and show him where to wash up before it gets too dark?
Sure, come on.
Dan, what's wrong with that boy?
Ben had to shoot his father.
What?
It was the man we were tracking. Turned on us. Found the boy at his cabin.
What are you going to do with him?
I don't know just yet.
Dan, a boy who's been through a shock like that, he's got to be taken care of.
I can't argue with him on that. He's awfully bitter. He can't believe for a minute his pa's a criminal.
Maybe he could stay here with us, at least for a while.
I thought of that, too.
Don't think it's a good idea?
Well, I don't mean exactly that. But I don't think it'd work unless he was pretty sure that that's what he wants. And then there's Israel to consider. He'd have to want it, too. I think we better just go slow till we see how things work out.
You know something? I think you're right.
Luke, you're not eating much.
I'm not hungry.
Well, suit yourself. Have you got any kin hereabouts?
Ken?
Aunts, uncles, cousins?
No. It was just my pa and me.
Well, I reckon we'll have to figure out what happens to you now.
Why don't you send me to jail for shooting your friend?
Well, I reckon I could if I wanted to, Luke. Is that what you want me to do? Fact is, with no one legally responsible for you, there's only one thing I can do.
What's that?
Turn you over to the authorities in Salem. They'll try to find a family for you to stay with, but until they do, you'll probably have to spend some time in an orphanage.
No! I ain't going to no orphanage. Please, Mr. Boone, don't send me there.
Well, I don't want to, Luke, but I don't know what else I can do.
Well, couldn't I stay here?
Here?
Please, Mr. Boone, I won't be any trouble. Please.
Well, I'm not going to make any promises, Luke, but I will think about it. Why don't you try to make away with some of that grub?
Morning, Pa.
Oh, morning, Israel. Where's Luke?
He's still sleeping.
Well, I guess he needs it. That boy's been under strain.
I figured that, so I let him sleep in my bed. I slept on the floor.
Real good of you. You know, Israel, Mo and I had a talk about Luke last night, but we didn't want to decide anything until we knew how you felt about his staying with us and all.
I've been thinking about it.
Well, it's important for you to be completely honest, Israel.
I know.
Friend Boone?
Good morning, Ben.
Morning, Ben.
Come on, have a nut.
Thank you.
How's Luke doing?
Oh, better, I guess.
Could I talk with you a minute?
Sure. Excuse us, Israel.
Well, no telling. Could be at least a company.
I was afraid they might try something like that. Well, I'll go with the fort and have a look around. Thanks, Ben.
See you later.
Well, young man, you about finished?
Pa, if you and Ma decide it's all right for Luke to stay with us, so do I.
You know, it means sharing your room.
I know. But
Go on.
well, it's been on my mind sometimes that, we've had a lot of trouble with the Indians and the Redcoats. If something happened to you and Ma, I'm trying to say is, if I was ever an orphan, I should want somebody to take care of me.
Well, I'm sure glad to hear you say that, Israel. Because we're all going to have to be extra understanding.
How do you mean?
Well, you know, Luke loved his pa. And he wants more than anything, especially now that he's gone, to be proud of him. So much so, it's more important than the truth. But someday he's going to have to face it. And until then, we're all going to have to be extra understanding. You want to go in and tell him?
Sure.
You get in there. Hey, get in there.
Luke, wake up.
What's the matter?
Pa said you could stay with us.
I knew he would.
Daniel?
It's not as
Usual?
you don't mind.
All right. You just go on over there and have a seat, and I'll bring it over to you.
All right, gentlemen.
Hey, excuse me, gentlemen.
Redcoats all over the place.
You know what they're doing here, don't you?
Blocking Cumberland Pass.
That's right. There ain't nobody gets into Boonesboro that ain't questioned and searched.
Well, you know that means we're going to be running short of powder and shot for quite a spell.
Daniel, if them Injuns attack, we can't defend Boonesboro for more than one day with the supplies we got.
I know.
I don't know what we're gonna do. That's the only way we can get into Boonesboro is through that pass.
Yeah, so far it is.
What do you mean?
I figure we just better find ourselves a new way.
Yeah. Got any ideas?
Yeah, I have one. Better just check it out.
Dan, will you be gone long?
Oh, not long, maybe just overnight.
Well, is this new situation with the British really serious?
It could be if my plans don't work out. You boys get along all right?
You already got the spare bed put in. You gonna be leaving now, Pa?
Mm-hmm. Luke, you think it'll be comfortable?
Yes, sir, I think so.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, my lamp.
I'm sorry, Ma.
Oh, Israel, that's the last thing of my mother's I have left. And anything happens to it, I don't know what I'll do. Now, you've just got to be more careful.
I will.
Take the mattress on. Oh, I must confess, I wish you weren't going.
You worried about getting along with Luke?
Oh, I suppose not. You get along with him so great.
Well, don't worry, I won't be gone that long.
Take care.
I will.
Luke, around here we use a knife and a fork.
Yes, ma'am.
Luke, didn't you understand me? Luke! Where are you going?
I'm going to bed.
But it's early, and you have to help Israel with the dishes.
I'm tired.
I don't understand.
I want to go talk to him.
Well, All right, son, but don't say anything that'll make it into an argument.
I won't. Luke, what's wrong?
Wrong? Nothing's wrong.
Sure don't act like something's wrong.
Was I?
Sure. Didn't even make up your bed.
It's not my bed. This is my bed.
No, it's not.
You gave it to me.
For a night.
You didn't say it was just for one night.
Well, I didn't think I had to.
Where I come from, people don't give things they're gonna have to take back.
Well, guess it's all right.
Afternoon.
Oh, Ben. Daniel's not back yet.
Oh, I know that, but he asked me to look in on you while he's gone.
Oh, that's mighty nice of you. I'm fine.
Well, you know, Rebecca, you don't look fine.
Oh, well, I guess I just didn't get enough sleep last night. How'd you like a cup of coffee to go with that biscuit?
No, thank you. I just had some. I gotta be heading back. Where are the boys?
Oh, Israel took Luke out to meet some of his friends.
How are things working out?
I guess things like this just take time, Ben.
Yeah, I guess they do it that. See you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
So, Luke's gonna be staying with us.
How old are you, Luke?
I'll be 13 next Monday.
Well, I'm 12. So is John there.
I'm still 11.
I heard about your pa getting killed.
What'd you hear?
Just that he got killed.
Luke, are you having a birthday party on Monday?
No,
Why not?
never had one yet.
You've never had one?
So I just said.
Gee, that sounds wrong.
Maybe it is, but I still ain't never had one.
Would you like one?
Don't go to no trouble for me.
Why not?
Because I know what you think of me on account of what they say my pa was.
That has nothing to do with you.
What doesn't?
Well, whatever your pa was. Sure. Just because he turned out bad doesn't mean you have to.
Don't you ever say that!
I didn't mean it.
Don't! What's wrong with you?
You gonna let him get away with that?
Yeah, guess I am.
If he came at me like that, I'd sure give him a hit he wouldn't forget.
It has nothing to do about Israel being afraid, has it, Israel? No, it's just that... Well, I'm supposed to help him, but I don't know how.
What's the matter?
I fought with Israel.
Why?
I can't explain it.
Well, is there anything you can explain?
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, a terrible thing has happened in your life by losing your father. We understand that. And we want to help you, but we can't unless you allow us.
Can I go now?
After you promise me something.
What?
That you'll try to let us be your friends.
Friends? I don't have any friends.
It's not true, Luke.
Yes, it is. My pa didn't have any either. People lied about him. They called him a thief and a killer. And that friend of Mr. Boone's, that Ben, he shot my pa. And now you owe it to me to take care of me.
We don't owe you anything.
Yes, you do. You owe it to me. You owe it to me.
Ready to go?
Goodbye, Luke.
Bye, Luke.
How long do you figure I'll have to spend at the orphanage?
Orphanage?
Ain't that where we're going?
Oh, I hadn't thought about it.
Well, where are we going?
The fort.
Why?
Well, look, I guess this is as good a time as any to talk about it. You know, there are a lot of things I could say about your abusing our hospitality, or even being ungrateful. And most folks would agree with me 100%. But you know something? They'd be wrong.
They would.
Yes, sir. They just wouldn't take into account that you're the kind of boy that just can't stand getting favors. So I'm taking you someplace so you won't have to say thank you to a single person.
I don't understand.
Well, Luke, you know, we asked you to come and live with us for a while, and we took on a part of your responsibility. And I'm not sure that was entirely fair to you. Now, you're a big boy, and you're able to earn your own keep. And I think maybe you'll be able to learn a lot of things a lot quicker. Things you're going to have to learn. Come on.
All right. There you are, Luke. You can just put all this stuff in the storeroom.
Since I sure do appreciate this.
Oh, it ain't cost me much. You got a place in the back you can stay there. And besides, I can use the help.
Well, it's good of you to say that. You know, he wasn't happy with us. Of course, that made Rebecca and Israel unhappy. I can tell you one thing. It sure wasn't easy telling him he had to leave.
Oh, Dan, I think you've done the right thing. Now, come on, I'll buy you a drink. My best Blue Thunder.
Hi, Mr. Boone, Cincinnati.
Hello, Mary. Oh, yeah.
Hi, Luke. What you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Working, I guess.
That's right.
Do you mind if I ask why?
No. I have to earn my own way. You see, I'm different from you and everybody else with parents.
I don't understand. I thought Israel's folks were taking care of you.
Well, they're not.
Why?
Because they kicked me out, that's why. What are you asking so many questions for?
I guess it's because I like talking to you.
You do? Well, that don't make any sense.
Does it have to make sense to like somebody?
Well, you got no reason to like me is what I'm saying.
Well, that's sure the truth. You're about the meanest boy I ever met.
Yeah, well, maybe so. But I got my reasons.
On account of your pa dying?
My pa didn't die. He was murdered by that friend of Mr. Boone's, that Ben. And then Mr. Boone, after telling me I could stay there with them, he throws me out and makes me work here for Cincinnatus. Are you really my friend?
Sure. If you want me to be.
And I could tell you something and you'd promise not to tell anybody else.
I guess so.
I'm gonna get even with that Mr. Boone and that Ben.
How?
I don't know how yet, but I'm gonna find a way. You just wait and see.
But everybody I know thinks that Mr. Boone and his friends are real fine people.
Well, I know different. Why don't you run along and play? I gotta earn my keep.
Wouldn't have to tell him anything. Just invite him.
Well, how do you know he'll come? It'd sure be an awful lot of trouble to go through for nothing.
I just think he will.
But we'll have to know for sure.
Well, then, I'll tell him it's my birthday party.
What good would that do?
Luke says he's my friend. I'm sure he wouldn't turn me down if I asked him.
I sure don't like the idea of giving a party for somebody who hates us.
But he doesn't. He's just got a lot of strange ideas about people, that's all.
Well, what kind of ideas?
I can't tell you,
Why not?
because I promised I wouldn't. Israel, what do you think? I don't know. He likes you. Guess he could learn to like us.
Closing time. All right, come on, drink up, everybody.
Oh, come on now, Dad. Let's fill them up one last time, eh?
Now, rules is rules, and if you don't stick by them, I'll have to tell your commanding officer to declare this here tavern off limits.
Oh.
Now, come on, drink up, and good night, everybody. Drink them up there. There you go. Now, just a minute, I'll get the door for you. Good night. Always a pleasure doing business with you, gentlemen. Yes, good night. I'll see you. Good night. Everybody able to make it?
Most of them.
Come on,
Let's go,
right
fellas.
over there, right over there, by the table.
Right on it.
Over by the fireplace. Let's go. Come on. Hurry. Right.
Most of you men know the British have blocked the Cumberland Pass. And that means the supplies that we need to defend ourselves against the Indians or even Boonesboro are going to have to come in another route.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, there isn't any other route.
Cully, I intend to make one. Now, I figured that we can put a bridge across Devil's Gap, but it's going to take me a couple of days to string a line and set the ice.
String a line? Wait a minute, Dan. That's the roughest part of the job.
Well, that's right. I don't seem fair for Dan to have to do all the dirty work.
You want the job, Cincinnatus?
Well, now, I appreciate your concern, but it's my idea.
I tell you what, Daniel. You work the first day, then we'll draw to see who works the second. Fair enough?
Cully, I don't figure you're armed as well.
Oh, it's all right, Dan.
There's no need to cut the chances.
Everybody take one. Come on. Hurry up. There we go. Everybody got one now? All right.
Well, unless I'm mistaken, Ben, you and I are going to do some rope tricks.
Man, my big mouth.
Well, it'll take us a couple of days to get those eyes in, and then we're going to need all the rest of it. I figure it'll take about a week to finish it.
Not a bad day's work.
No, it won't be long now.
Sure not happy about tomorrow being Sunday. Gives me a whole day to think about being strung across that gorge.
Well, let's get home before it gets to be dark.
Let's go.
Morning, Luke.
Morning.
Well, Sunday's day off. What you gonna do with it?
Thought I might just take a walk.
Want some breakfast?
No thanks, I'll get some later.
Mm-hmm. Well, suit yourself.
Yeah, well, see you later.
Yep. Have a nice day.
Hi, Luke.
Hello, Mary.
Just coming over to see you. Where are you going?
Well, I just thought I'd take a walk.
Can I go with you?
No. I mean, I got a lot of things I want to think about.
That's all right.
Well, I'll see you later.
Luke, I don't want to hold you up, but I want to ask you something.
What?
It's my party tomorrow, and I'd like you to come.
Your birthday's tomorrow?
Yes,
You mean we have the same birthday?
I guess so.
Well, who all's coming?
You know,
Israel and Sam and Ethan.
and a few others you haven't met.
Well, I'd feel kind of funny.
Well, Luke, if you're gonna live here in Boonesboro.
Well, I ain't living here because I want to.
Oh, all right. But, Luke, it'd mean a lot to me if you'd come.
You will? Why?
It just would. Why do I have to explain everything?
Well, all right, I'll be there. Listen, I want to get going, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Excuse me.
Oh, Mary, how are you?
Fine.
Well, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for Luke.
Oh?
You see, we're giving him a surprise birthday party at the schoolhouse today.
Is that so?
Yeah, and I wanted to make sure he remembered.
Well, he didn't say nothing to me about it.
Well, he's supposed to think it's my party, but it's really for him. Is he here?
Well, he's inside working.
It's all right if he goes, isn't it?
Oh, sure. Just go right ahead inside.
Thank you.
What are you doing here?
I came to remind you about the party.
Huh?
You forgot about it?
Oh, yeah. I guess I did.
Well, you're coming, aren't you?
I don't know.
But you promised. And besides, I was counting on you to help me get things ready. Cincinnati says it's all right.
Well, I guess I'll come.
Good. As soon as you can.
All right.
Yeah, what happened? 30 feet down the ledge, only thing that saved us.
Just can't figure out how it happened.
Brand new rope and it was cut.
Come over and hold this, would you?
Sure. Looks like you're about finished.
Well, you're late.
Took me longer than I figured.
That's all right. The real reason I wanted you here early is I have to talk to you.
What about?
Yesterday.
Well, what about yesterday?
Well, you were kind of different.
I don't know what you mean.
Like you had something to do that you didn't want anybody else knowing about.
Well, I just wanted to go for a walk. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Except, I don't know what made me do it, but I followed you.
You what?
I saw you go to where they were building that bridge.
Why'd you do that? What business was it of yours?
I don't know. I couldn't see what you were
You
doing.
had no right.
Did you hear what happened to Ben?
What?
The rope broke and he fell. He was almost killed. But he fell onto a ledge.
What's that got to do with me?
Mr. Boone thinks the rope was cut. What were you doing up there yesterday, Luke?
I just wanted to see what it looked like, that's all.
You didn't cut the rope, did you?
No. Honest, that's the truth.
I hope so, but I keep thinking about what you said about getting back at Ben and Mr. Boone.
Well, I didn't mean it. I was just mad at him. Now listen. Listen, you're not gonna tell anybody about my going up there, are you? Because, well, it wouldn't seem right. And they'd try and blame me. You gotta promise not to tell. You got to. I said you gotta promise.
You cut that rope, didn't you? Well, didn't you? Hi, Luke.
What's wrong with him? Something must have happened. I knew he'd wind up doing this for nothing.
Let's go see if Mary knows what happened. What happened? He tried to make me promise not to tell.
What are you talking about?
I saw him go up to the bridge yesterday. He was doing something with the rope, but I couldn't see what.
You mean he cut the rope?
And he tried to make me promise not to tell.
Listen, you and Mary, go try to find my pa and tell him what happened. The rest of you, come with me. I think I know where he's headed.
All right, hold it. You all right, boy?
Yes, Pa.
You got anything to say, Luke?
Are you hurt?
I guess I kind of ruined your birthday party.
Wasn't her birthday party. It was yours.
Mine?
It's supposed to be a surprise.
I've been so wrong.
I don't know whether anybody can help you right now, Luke.
I don't rate any more help. It's all anybody's been trying to do for me is help. But I didn't believe it. Just like I didn't believe what my pa was.
You know about your pa now?
I did for a long time. But I couldn't admit it to myself because I was so ashamed. I'm sorry.
Why don't you young'uns walk Luke back to the fort?
Pa? What's gonna happen to Luke?
Oh, I don't know, Israel. But he's gonna be all right. He faced up to an awful lot of truth today.
You know what?
What?
I never did like Luke. Not once. Till just a minute ago.
Well, it's kind of up to you, Luke. Mosses are a fine family, and they're willing to adopt you as one of their very own.
Well, I don't know what to say, Mr. Boone, after all I'd done. Especially to you, Ben.
Well, it's all over now, eh? We got that bridge built.
Well, do you want to live with the Mosses?
Sounds like a fine idea to me.
All right, I'll go over and give them the good news.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Boone. You too, Ben.
Sure. Ben Boone, I'll walk a ways with you.
Fine, Ben. You get a long swell on that leg.
Oh, hello, Mary.
Well,
Haven't seen you around in a while.
it's not my fault. I've been here.
Yeah, I guess you have.
But you never even once came out to say hello. Until today.
Well, I figured maybe you wouldn't want to talk with me.
I got nothing against talking to you, Luke. And it's just that a girl gets kind of tired of always having to be the first one to say hello.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we're talking now anyway.
So am I.
There's something I've been wanting to tell you.
Oh? What's that?
Well, it's just that I'm sorry for what I did and what I said at the party.
Well, you ought to be.
I am.
I forgive you.
That's good.
I'm glad to hear you're still working for Cincinnatus.
Yeah. And Mr. Boone says the family's gonna adopt me.
That's great.
Well, I better be getting on with my work.
Yeah, I'll see you again.
Mary? On your birthday, I'm gonna give you a party.